think it's working. Can I have a audio check from Discord? Okay, so is that going stream? Where is it streaming? What? Why?
Oh, also, Andrew, to maybe solve one of your headaches, when you do the recording thing, does it take the visual too, or is it just the audio?
It partially did. Well, I was basically figuring out while I was doing it.
Okay. I did turn solve one of your headaches. This light on, so hopefully you can actually see my mug better, or is it just the audio?
Cool. It's just doing. Oh gosh, I need to mute this. Oh. That needs to be mono. I just have the visual from the playing map for now. Yeah, I'm just like slowly adding layers to it, so.
Okay.
See.
Oh shit, this is live?
Yep. It's unlisted, so nobody can actually see it except for people who have a link for it, so.
Gotcha.
It's because then I can also listen to the audio live and fix it. Because before I recorded it and then I had to put it into a DaVinci Resolve and then I could listen to it. So
I just tried to listen to it live, and there's about a
it's
7-8 second audio delay. It's so bad.
It's painful.
I was thinking though, if you know, when we get there and everything, coming up with a name for us as we like post it. I had a couple suggestions. You know how there's like Critical Role or Dimension 20, like a name like that for the group of us as players.
Yep.
So that we can post it and have like different episodes and stuff.
Okay, so I need to Mute this.
Episodes and stuff.
To put it into a.
For
Why is it crunchy?
us as we like post it, I had a couple suggestions. You know how there's like Critical Role or Dimension 20, like a name like that for the group of us as players.
Yep.
So that we can post it and have like different episodes and stuff.
Okay, so I need to mute. Mute this.
Episodes and stuff.
Does it sound crunchy on your side from the live point? Like the audio sounds like distorted weirdness. Does it sound crunchy on your side from
I'm listening right now.
like
You know, I think the crunches that you're hearing are me typing on my loud ass clack keyboard. I'm listening right now.
Well, no, it's more like robotic sounding. But it's not from like my audio sounds good, but from Discord
I think
it sounds.
the crunches that you're hearing are me typing on my loud ass clack keyboard. Oh yeah, I heard it there. It does sound super
robotic.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's more like robotic sounding. It's so weird hearing myself talking back to myself or talking to you, which then it sounds like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, I noticed in the recording from last week, it was kind of hard to hear you sometimes. I don't know if you messed with that audio from your own mic.
It's so weird hearing myself.
Like sometimes it just seemed like your audio wasn't there. Or
Yeah.
I had my earbuds in, I would just hear you in the left ear. Yeah, I noticed in the
so
recording
I
from
had
last week,
oh gosh,
it was
I need
kind
to
of hard
mute
to hear
this.
you.
Oh.
Sorry.
I had a noise gate on and I had it too high, and so it was like just completely cutting me out. And that's why it'll be nice to have this live, because then I can do gates.
Would Crisp be the proper noise suppression if I want to try to eliminate the sound of my keys clacking as bad?
Maybe. Well, I can see if
I
I
think
can
crisp
get
is what I have.
I can get it out with a gate through the OBS that I'm using.
I'm not gonna lie, all of that was gibberish, but when I put Crisp on, it stopped picking up so much stuff in my input sensitivity thing. So I'm gonna go with yes.
Hey, you can't hear me in the kitchen anymore.
Yes, we can.
I mean, like, all my clicky clacky stuff.
Well, true.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? She's talking at normal volume across the whole room, and my mic is sitting over here, and it picked that up clean. It stopped picking up so much stuff in my input sensitivity thing. So I'm gonna go with yes. Oh boy.
Why is it robotic?
Well, yeah, I didn't realize Josh hopped in, but we can go ahead and start doing highs and lows from the week. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? She's
Oop.
talking at normal volume across the
Well,
whole room.
Andrew, would you want to start us off?
Sitting over here, and it picked that up clean. It stopped
Give me a
picking up so
second.
much stuff in my input sensitivity
Let's
thing.
see,
So I'm gonna
half
go
a
with-
dB.
Oh boy.
Do you want someone else to go, or oh, you're good? Yeah, I didn't realize Josh hopped in,
Oh,
but
gosh,
we can go ahead and start doing highs and lows.
It's fun having multiple things trying to listen to. Highs and lows. High, we're moving out. Because maintenance did not show up. Yeah. So health department came. They were like, "Oh, wow. So nothing has changed. Cool." And so then I was like, "Well, I think the only thing next is to move out." So we're moving out, and then we'll next month be like, "We're not paying rent because you didn't make it a safe environment." So
yeah.
And if you say, actually no, we'll be like, actually no, here's a lawyer. Suck it.
Yeah.
It would be nice to get money out of it, but I feel like I'm gonna put more money into it than I'm gonna get money out of it. Unless there's like a lawyer that we only have to pay if we get a payout, basically.
Some lawyers you can ask free questions to and they won't charge.
Because we have all of the, like, we took all of the correct steps, so yeah. Let's see. Low would be this is correlated to Emily. She got a second period in the month, so that was a great experience.
Not bueno.
Yeah.
Suboptimal.
Yeah. And then she was like, "So am I supposed to take more medicine or something like that? Like, is this counted as a miscarriage, but it's not because it's not the right time?" So then it's like, what is happening? And then also, I think because of packing up everything, we've like tossed up a whole bunch of mole spores everywhere. And like, I think that's what made her the environment is just affecting her like crazy. That I think she might be just a little bit what's it called? Immune what is it called?
Autoimmune.
Yeah, autoimmune. Because she gets sick really easily, and I don't get sick. Even if she gets sick, I don't get sick. But yeah. I pick you, Pikachu.
Talking to me or Isaac?
Whoever
Who
counts
answers
them.
to Pikachu around here?
I thought he said Isaac, you, Pikachu.
Whoever counts themselves as a Pokemon.
Oh. Squirtle. So Garrett gone, or?
I think Garrett counts as a Pokemon.
If you say so. I won't disagree.
Is Luke on yet? Yeah.
Wow, we can hear you.
That's good. Do you see this, Luke?
I don't know what that is, but I see it.
It's the Pachimari that Junkrat and Roadhog
Oh my
pulling out in
gosh,
some
it
emotes and
is.
stuff.
What in the world?
Let's see. Well, high would be I just got a table and some other furniture from my coworker who was getting stuff out of his garage. That's why it's fun to get more free stuff to try to figure out where to put it. Um, Apparently think I'm gonna get my tattoo updated on Saturday, so it'll actually have the shading and everything. Got another mouse in my garage, or possibly the same one. I'm not sure, but this time he died.
Drown him in peanut oil.
What?
Nah, he was dead already.
That seems unnecessarily cruel.
It'll be paradise to him.
Nah.
He will literally eat himself to death. Well, not himself, but the peanut butter.
Or low would have to be I got $1 an hour raise like a month ago, and I'm just like seeing the first paycheck from that, and it like basically doesn't change how much is on my paycheck. Like I'm grossing like $200 more, but it because of taxes, it doesn't change a whole lot, which is super disappointing.
Oof.
I was like, man, that bummed me out real bad finding that out earlier today. And then also not having D&D last Monday, I was like, what am I gonna do with my evening now? Yeah, I've just been working and playing some games. I started playing Expedition 33. I can't say I'm a huge fan of it, but I'll keep trying to go see what's up with that game. Yeah. Oh, Tom sent me a couple of pictures from Switzerland, by the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous of him right now, to be honest. Places look amazing.
Did he send you pictures too?
I've seen a few, but not like I don't think it was Switzerland.
He sent this one shot because I gave him my Nikon camera because I haven't used it in forever.
Oh, nice.
I'll put it in the memes channel. But just a fucking gorgeous shot he sent me. Yeah. What are your highs and lows been?
That is such a good picture.
I know. I'm like, damn, dude, because the camera had a small pouch that had the camera in it and a short lens, and then I also had a backpack that had a long lens, different color of aperture lens filters, like the long zoom in lens, a mini tripod, a full size tripod, like airbrush dusters and cleaners, microfiber cloth, and like sun shader attachments, and a couple other like attachment-y stuff like that. And because he's been wanting to do more professional photography, he is working at a coffee shop in Texas right now, but he is trying to work more at the photo studio. It's just the studio's not getting a lot of shoots.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knows more about photography than I do with the exact camera settings and all that shit. And so I'm just seeing that one picture. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, that's a good trade or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
That's
Here, he sent me another one on.
That's a really hard shot to take too.
Yeah, that's impressive.
He's got the light almost there.
Ooh,
I mean, that's pretty good. Is that a raw photo?
I would assume. I mean, it has got the timestamp on it. I don't think he.
I'm guessing he doesn't have the time on traveling to edit things either.
Right. But like the light on the front of that building looks fucking amazing with the sky and everything. The second picture I don't like as much, but it is really pretty countryside.
I think the first one, if you just increase the what was it called?
Contrast,
you would get the lines of the windows to pop out, and then the water would pop out a little bit too. And the
I like
saturation
it
a little bit.
soft and raw. Don't quote me on that.
Oh gosh.
No, it's too late.
Here, I'll immortalize that in our notes. Is that what that?
Oh gosh.
If you wish, I suppose.
You're
Well, anyways, to
aware
get
that
back
we're
on track.
streaming now.
Oh, we
Well,
are?
Yeah, my mom's watching this right now, guys. Jeez.
Mrs. Isaac, I like it soft and raw.
Is that why Isaac's
Anyway.
muted so that he doesn't like say things all the time?
Say highs and lows, please.
Oh yeah, forgot. So high and low, let's see. It was a pretty neutral week, honestly. I guess the high would be I got my first commission paycheck, which is nice. And the low, what would the low be? I think the low is that I've been too busy or too focused on like work stuff that I've stopped going on for runs, and so I'm going to try to get myself back onto running again. But yeah, not a bad week at all, really.
Love to hear it.
Indeed. Is Josh around?
Yes.
Do you wish to regale us of your high and low?
I
was going to say no.
Good question. You would think that I would have thought about this before I was asked the actual question. My high is that my entire last month at work is just going to be teaching new people how to do what I did, which is fun. I like doing that. And my low is all of a sudden I have like no time to get a bunch of stuff done before I move, which is yikes. June just doesn't exist.
That's going to be interesting, yeah. Hopefully not too stressful.
Less stressful than moving to either Iowa or North Carolina would have been. That is for
That's
sure.
fair. Good point, yeah.
Both of those would have been a nightmare. I think everyone has shared except for Nina.
That sounds right. Low, I've just been really tired. I went to bed last night at 8 p.m. I thought I was gonna like have a nap, and I slept until 6:30. Right. Yeah, I'm just tired all the time recently. Oh, I've just been really tired. I went to bed last night at 8.
You
My
should
job
try
is a lot.
yourself.
I thought I was gonna.
I should
have
what?
a nap,
Try
and I
punching
slept
yourself.
until 6:30. I get
Ramp up
punched
the
in the
adrenaline.
by the kids at my work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do it too.
Yeah, I'm just all the time recently. So yeah, no, my job with the kids is really exhausting. They're always running, doing the most unpredictable stuff. We'll have a good day one day, and then the most obscene shit will happen the next day. You're like,
Oh,
what
okay.
the
Yeah,
fuck
that'll do
just
it too.
happened? And it's just a lot to get used to, and it takes a while to get good at this job. And it is doing therapy with children, which is not easy, but it is very rewarding, and it's something that I'll definitely be able to like use the skills of later in life. So I'm definitely happy with this job. It's just and it takes a while to get into this job, and it is doing therapy with children, which is hi. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate with Sean and Garrett. Isaac, you know Sean, and it's been so much fun. We've been playing it almost every night recently when we don't have D&D. And I've been really enjoying that. Hi, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate with Sean and Garrett. Isaac, you know Sean, and it's been so much fun. We've been playing it almost every night recently when we don't have D&D. And I've been really enjoying that. Hi, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate with Sean and Garrett. Isaac, you know Sean, and it's been so much fun. We've been playing it almost every night recently when we don't have D&D. And I've been really enjoying that. Hi, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate with Sean and Garrett. Isaac, you know Sean, and it's been so much fun. We've been playing it almost every night recently when we don't have D&D. And I've been really enjoying that. Hi, I've been when we don't have D with Sean and Garrett. Isaac, you know Sean, and it's been so much fun. We've been playing it almost every night recently when we don't have D&D. And I've been really enjoying that. Hi, I've been when we don't have D
a good time to recap what happened last week while I put in these last two legendary actions onto the stat block.
My goodness.
The session started out with visions. I didn't write down the visions super great, so I'm gonna see if you put them in Discord.
While I put in these last two legendary actions onto
They
the stat
were
block.
individually sent to Retitude and
Session
the other
started
person.
out with visions.
I don't remember who else had the vision.
I didn't write down the visions
Witchblade.
super great, so I'm gonna see if you put them in Discord.
While I
It wasn't sent to
We see
They were
visions as the
individually
only
sent
note.
to
No, it's not the
Retitude
only
and
note.
the other person.
Started out with
The only note about that particular subject.
I don't remember who else had the vision.
I didn't write down
would you like a short recap of the visions?
It wasn't sent to. I think the Raven ate 3 other gods to become who she is and wanted to kill down in a previous lifetime. I just didn't write the actual vision of it.
The only note about that particular.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's basically what my vision is saying about the Raven
would you like a
eating different
short recap
gods and
of the
goddesses.
visions?
Goddess of fate, god of winter, and a defeated goddess of the
I
hunt.
just didn't write the actual vision of it.
Of Fate, Winter, and the Dead. I think the Dead was the first one.
That's basically what my vision is saying about the Raven
Would you like a
eating different
short recap?
gods and goddesses.
And then I think all of us are immune to the Ninkalim curse, as we all have been afflicted with it and overcome it one way or another. And we
Fate,
got
Winter,
the
and the
bow
Dead.
of
I think
Ninkalim
the Dead was
that
the
I
first one.
currently have in my hands due to Medley using a wish from the luck blade, and she dropped it and I caught it, and she got sucked up into the ceiling, and bursting out was Obox-ob. So
Yeah.
And we found out that if we don't kill the rats, she might come back.
Yes, good point.
And I believe Ratatouille, Skuldress, and Medley are blessed by Kildrak at the moment. Got sucked up into the ceiling. And
Yes.
bursting out was Obox-ob. So
Okay, here are the rats again. We found out that if we don't kill the rats, she might come back.
What was that about the rats, Nina?
And I believe
Not especially.
Ratatouille, Skuldress, and Medley are blessed by Kildrak at the moment.
They're just A lot of them.
Alright.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we ended last session. You guys got a few cool things from the um, corpses of various people Diana had slain. And as you guys were sort of picking up all of that, a an apprehension overcame many of you before Obox-ob bursted out of the ground, right right underneath Endura's location.
Endura's
It did.
dead, by the way, so just flings his
Oh, Endura,
empty
yeah.
suit of armor and collapses on the ground.
Endura is indeed dead. I forgot about that. So,
Well, down,
I did
guess.
just post this, but I'll resend it because I was just testing the erupt.
Oh, you didn't want us to see that.
That has nothing to do with the fact that you crit failed it.
Oh, did I? Wait, there's no D20 with it. Just crit failed one of the damage dice. But yeah, so everyone within 40 feet of the point where he emerges is going to be pelted by bits of, basically glass, the substance that forms all of the walls and everything within his lair. So it looks like that will be everyone except for Scaldrus.
Haha.
What am I rolling?
So that is a DC 24 dexterity saving throw against if I oh shit. I just
You switched
dealing damage to him.
the music because we're now in dying mode.
The Beast of Beauclair. Very nice. Okay, it is 25 piercing damage from these shards. And then oh, Gary, I just saw your messages on Foundry. That's funny. Let me clear out this initiative or this encounter. We'll make a new encounter. Begin. And we can go ahead and roll initiative. Jeez, that's a good roll.
I got the audio fixed.
Sweet.
Oh, where it wasn't capturing your mic sometimes?
Oh no, that is not sounding robotic.
It didn't sound robotic on the one from last week, but is it probably something to do with going live?
I mean, it still did sound robotic. It was basically, it wasn't getting a high enough CPU, so the CPU was like smashing it basically constantly.
Oh my.
You know,
So-
my PC just trying to take over our voices and turn us into robots.
Yikes. So it looks like we just need Josh to roll that dex save and then initiative.
What happens on a failed dex save?
The dex save was against 25 piercing.
Okay, let me take that.
Is that half damage if you make it, or just safe?
Yes, half damage from the piercing.
Okay.
If you were inside of his space, you would have an extra save or suck, but I guess thankfully that was no one.
I know.
No one alive.
He's bursting from under the ground. Does Endura get flung anywhere since he's like literally an inert?
Yeah,
object?
because it does say if you fail by 5 or more, you get flung 20 feet. So I feel like that would apply here.
Okay.
And so he'll get flung this way.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, so he's actually just gonna like tumble down the cliff.
Oh no! Fuck!
He's down there now. So once again, we found a cliff that oh no, it says plus 30, but yeah, it looks like he can go up. This is like a ramp right here, if he comes back. Cool. So Obox-ob bursts out of the ground, and after you shield yourselves from the glass, the shards of the floor where he erupted, you see his hulking, just entirely unnatural form. The three faces with the long razor sharp tongue and the centipede body.
Yeah.
And all around him, I'll just roll a d6 physically. There are. Oh, what? Oh, it's over here. There is a swarm of rot flies all around him.
Ugh. Tasty. Good little
So
snack.
The circle.
He doesn't have an aura vitality around him.
No. Not quite a. Oh, yeah, I see now. I was hoping to have
stink fly
templates
from
for
Ben
like
10.
every type of creature that'd be surrounding him, but for now we'll just use area of effects. So the area of the rot flies is lightly obscured, and these rot flies look bloated and like they just ate a bunch of corpses. You feel like if you end your turn in that area, it might be gross. I'll just say that much. If you wish to look into that further, you can. But in the meantime, we'll get to Reditu's turn as he springs right to action.
Yes. So if he's lightly obscured, does that give me disadvantage?
That is heavily obscured. It's heavily obscured basically makes you blind.
Okay.
Lightly obscured is just disadvantage on perception.
Well,
that is all.
Deceiving him. I will do a classic spiritual weapon onto him at a little higher level. Does a 30 hit?
Let me. Okay, so his armor class right now, it says it's 14. Let me check my notes. Okay, let me update that. Yes, a 30 still hits, but his armor class is more than 14.
Okay. He takes a good old 12 damage.
And that's force damage. All right. Yeah. 12 force damage.
Nice. And then I will do a mockery of him. If the game allows me to do it. Aha, there we go.
All right. Wisdom save. 29.
Okay. He's got a plus 17 or something?
Yep. Something like that.
That's good to know. That is my turn.
Okay. On Obox-ob's turn, he will turn, surveying all of you, and he says, Dagon's puppets. His voice, there's three voices. You see, he moves his mouths, but all you hear are like garbles and things. But you hear a voice like inside of your head. Is this sort of like a telepathic communication? You have meddled far too greatly and for far too long. Your time in my realm has come to its expiration. And as he turns, his body ripples. His just smooth, hard carapace suddenly looks like it's covered in bristly hairs that scrape against each other with each move, like a gross crunching sound. And his very form is so chaotic that it changes every once in a while. But he's going to just move towards the biggest target here.
Which should be the T-Rex, right?
That there.
Oh.
Oh, okay. It's Goofy moving a couple things. Starting off with a claw attack. Test your defenses. Looks like a critical hit to start things off.
I'm going to cancel that critical if I still have a use of that. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting off with a crit is crazy.
Yes, I'm going to use my second use of it and do Sentinel at Death's Door.
Nice.
So it still hits, but it cancels any effects triggered by a critical hit.
Okay. So I'll just do another. Okay. So that would be 25 damage, 14 slashing, and 11 poison. And go ahead and make a strength saving throw against getting pushed.
Minus 25 first. And then pretty sure my T-Rex has better strength than I do.
I would kind of hope so.
What's that save? DC 26?
Fuck! Here it is. Shoved.
Yeah, I will do that. I've been using a lot of these recently.
26. Okay.
Dang.
So you are not pushed. And Obox-ob will then move right into a tail stinger attack with a 38 to hit.
What is that?
What? That hits.
Oh. Okay. So that is 46 piercing. Okay, I need to like fix the way this reads. It's not very helpful. 46 piercing and DC 27 charisma save against the necrotic and psychic damage.
What the fuck?
Oh wait, so it's not a guaranteed 109.
Correct. Yeah.
Good heavens.
There's no way for me to save.
Well.
So, yeah, 109 damage.
Nope.
Jeez Louise, that was an insanely good roll on like all of those.
What is current at?
Oh,
So
looks like 56.
Plus 40. I will be knocked out.
Knocked out of T-Rex form or like knocked out?
Knocked out. That will take all of my health out of both forms.
Jeez.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So that means you just die.
Yeah. His tail stinger, when it brings a creature to 0 hit points, it kills them and turns them into a giant scorpion.
What is your AC as a T-Rex?
Not that great.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Dang.
Eek.
Witchblade doesn't have any way to take the part of the damage or anything, do you?
I used my reaction already.
All right. Well, that was a quick one, but
To put it lightly.
Potion of the Phoenix.
Yes.
I come back with full health.
oh yes, you have your potion of the Phoenix. That is okay. I was like, well, holy shit! Like, yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
Finally triggered it.
So you will, because I believe that takes effect at the start of your turn. You will die, and like your body ripples and warps as like you're trying to basically be polymorphed into a giant scorpion. But the potion is going to overcome that at the start of your turn. In Yeah, at the end of his turn, Obox-ob will just look around and sneer with all of his heads. his
Yeah, when you spring back to life with a burst of radiant energy at the start of your next turn, your regain hit points equal to half your hit point maximum, and each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you takes 22 radiant damage. No, 5d8 radiant damage and is blinded until the end of your next turn.
Nice. So yeah, he each of his expressions um mock your sanity. One sneers, one face sobs, and the last grins with way too many teeth, rows and rows of human-like teeth. And we move to initiative count 20, where he will keep his route flies around for this round because he just showed up. But he is going to chant with his three mouths in words that defy understanding, but the the ground shakes and the walls pulse as massive like hordes of vermin start gushing out of points in the ground. They are not yet going to do anything, but you feel like soon they will erupt with the vermin. We'll say it's scorpions. And that will be happening at 6 different points. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all those little circles are where vermins are coming out. And yeah, now we go to the start of Current's turn.
You lived, yay!
Oh, wait, and really quick before your potion goes off, I'm not going to have this affect you this turn, but it should have happened at the start of Reditu's turn. You'll have to make a wisdom saving throw against madness.
With advantage.
Okay. So I revive, and I choose to have Obox-ob take 5d8 radiant damage.
Yep, you come back, and yeah, go ahead and roll the damage. And then,
And
does he make a save
does
against
that
being blinded, or does it just like straight up blind him?
I think it just straight up blinds him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of rude.
What is half of 203? 101?
Yeah.
I can't add hit points? Question mark? No.
It looks like you got 101 hit points.
It said dead and incapacitated. I was being weird about it.
Yeah, so really quick, Luke, go ahead and make that wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Wisdom, that's what it was. Okay.
Can I make an insight check to see how quickly the rats need to be killed before the frickin' death witch will revive? I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't. I will say wisdom or insight doesn't seem like the most applicable skill. If you really want to use your insight, you can. It just might be harder than if you tried to roll like religion, maybe arcana.
Could I also roll religion to determine the same thing?
I'll roll religion.
Yeah, you can.
That's better.
21.
So with your 21, you feel like she like the rats are her kind of like her last resort, or she might burst out of a rat a week later after she dies or something. But you don't feel like she is dead or entirely defeated.
But it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like an immediate thing though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that happens at the start of your turn. You still get a full turn, Nina.
Okay. That changes what I was gonna do. If I was in his reach, do I know that?
Yeah, you were. You can assume that his tail stinger and his razor tongue have more than a 5 foot range.
Okay. Shit. Uh. Um. How did he react to the radiant damage? Did it seem like it did more damage to him, or was it normal?
Um, I would let you roll for that. But this turn you already rolled for the Pale Huntress thing, so um, if you do more radiant damage, or if you want to check that on a following turn, you may. Right now, you won't be able to tell.
One way or another, I need a shape change. I can always change my shape change. What is this sort of room? Is a dexterity save. He's gonna succeed that for sure. It's a constitution save. This could still do stuff. Maybe. Um, no.
What are you looking for, Nina?
I'm trying to choose a shape change form.
Yes.
I don't know what to choose because I haven't determined what his weaknesses are or strengths are. And I need something to buff my health, or I'm gonna instantly die. Sorry. I had planned to do something entirely different because I thought the rats were more important.
No, you're good. Yeah, I was texting Andrew and thinking of a couple things as well. But yeah, it is. I feel for you right now. I mean, just from initial thought, like, I mean, Solar is an angel. Like, doesn't seem bad, but I'm sure there's probably some other things that have edge case good uses against him as well.
What about the 6 attacky, snaky thing while he's blinded?
What? Are you talking about the
Merilith
Lenorm dragon?
I was talking about the Merilith.
Merilith. That's only a CR 16.
Yeah, and she won't. I don't think she'll get attacks before he is unblinded because right, he's just blinded for a round. Yeah, and shape change takes up her action.
Damn.
If I burrow underground, does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
I would say no in this situation because he is blinded. You will be fine.
Usually.
Yeah, I think normally like burrowing speed wouldn't save you from an attack of opportunity, but it's okay in this instance. Are you thinking about just wild shaping?
No, I was looking at the Ancient Riverhead.
Well, if sorry, I guess I could have suggested this earlier, but if you want, we could just move you to the bottom of initiative and give you some more time to decide.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Um,
probably a good idea.
all right. Yeah, we will in the meantime move to Witchblade's turn.
I've got the bow in my hand, and I had taken one step hovering over the edge of the cliff because I was also going to go hunt the rats with the bow. I saw Current get downed and then immediately pop up. And my heart is racing. I've got adrenaline pumping. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm bloodied and Dura's down. So I still have some of the potion of flying. So my first step is to get the fuck off the ground, 30 feet up, and I want to go like 30 feet towards Endura also. And as I'm making my way over, I am going to um kind of, I don't know if I have yeah, I have some raven feathers, and I'm gonna pluck one out and hold it between my fingers, and I'm gonna point at Obox-ob, and I'm going to channel divinity to mark him for the grave. And I'm gonna shout, "Hit him with something hard!" And I'm also gonna point to where Endura fell. I'm gonna say, "Ready, if you can bend him, that'd keep me alive." And I will use my bonus action to use my boon of recovery as well. Trying to see where I can mark off the. Aha, there we go. So the next hit that he takes will be vulnerable to all damage, but it is the next hit, so plan accordingly. I'm requesting for Endura to be mended, and I'm recovering half of my total health. So half of 216 is 108. So I'm giving myself 108 hit points. And that is my turn.
Okay. Scaldrus is next.
Okay. I love when I sit here and I'm trying to figure it out the entire time. I still don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh no.
Right.
Okay. See. I'm gonna roll for 3 things. Frick.
Question, DM, real quick. Path to the Grave says the next time your ally hits him with an attack, is that different than forcing him to take a save that does damage?
Yeah, I think it would have to say it is an attack.
Okay. So like if he does like mental
I think
prison and then like Mebly hits him, the Mebly hit will be the one that's doubled, or Kildrak, I mean.
yeah, or if it's like a spell that targets one creature, like that would probably count.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to find the spell because
Yeah, it is interesting wording.
Man, I get the feeling we're all gonna die so bad.
I'm gonna die so good. What you talking about?
Well, when you die, you're going to 2 smoking hot goddesses. When I die, that ain't gonna happen.
That's a fair change, I guess.
Oh, it doesn't work. I'll just do it as a scroll.
Okay, you have a disintegrate scroll.
Well, no, I'm using my limited wish and then taking my doubling ring and then casting disintegrate twice.
Okay. Yep. So he.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Has 2 disintegrates. So we'll say the vulnerability affects the first one that's rolled.
Where did it go? I just put it in
here. You're using the limited wish to cast the disintegrate?
Yes.
Okay.
What the frick? Where did it go?
If you just like drag it into your character sheet and then roll from your character sheet, it should show up properly in the chat.
I did that and it disappeared and I don't know why.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, because it would be nice to have it do all the fancy rolls and stuff. But it's a dex saving throw, so I can just roll that too. Does being blind affect dexterity saving throws?
I hope
I
so.
think it should.
Fails ability checks. Nope. It doesn't really affect saving throws.
Boo.
That is restrained. Yep. Paralyze. Go ahead. While you're figuring that out, I'll go ahead and roll his save number 1. Oh, disadvantage.
There it is.
Well, the game wanted to give him disadvantage.
I like the game.
So technically it would be a 31, but I don't think the difference between 28 and 31 matters that much.
Jeez.
Aside from like cutting words could maybe affect it.
That's true, actually. That might be useful.
I don't think you can drop it 11 with cutting words.
Damn. Okay, so it is a saver suck. So it looks like he's just gonna take nothing from the first one. So I'll go ahead and roll another saving throw here.
Oh no.
And what's your save DC, Andrew? It's not 17, right?
That's true.
Okay.
A 20.
Oh. Plus 3. So he got a 23 on the next one.
Mine is a 19.
I'm going to use the cutting words thing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Aha!
Yes!
Okay, so that'll turn his roll into a 16.
Yep, and that'll hit.
Jeez.
And it's doubled.
Yep. Okay, so 78 becomes 166. Yeah.
That's a solid fucking hit. Nice.
You
It's it's 2 more because 1's become 2's for me.
Or it looks like 1 more. I was taking the first damage roll. Oh yeah, but I guess that becomes 2 because of the. Oh, okay. There you go. There you go.
I just started on my turn, by the way.
Cool. Yeah, you just completely blow like a huge chunk out of his side. Legs fall to the floor. And immediately you see new grotesque legs like come out of his body to replace them. But I mean, you have done a shit ton of damage to him. Oh my gosh.
Just get ready, Isaac. I got still more coming.
Oh boy.
I have 4 more uses of cutting words, so.
Oh gosh. Well, anything else on Scaldress's turn?
Ooh. Should I do it this round? Because it is a scroll, and I did limited wish, can I do another spell?
No.
Oh, frick.
And if you have a scroll, you don't need to use limited wish. Or if you use limited wish, you don't need to use the scroll.
I mean, Wand of Quickness, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you could do Eldritch Blast if you use a Wand of Quickness. Or Firebolt.
If I do Wand of Quickness and then Charm of Flames, does that work?
Is Charm of Flames a spell?
Oh, it's not a spell. Never mind.
Yeah, it's like a feature.
It's an action. Okay. And am I shifted? Did I shift already?
I think you were for the Pale Huntress thing. How long does it last?
1 minute.
So it probably would have gone away while you were looting those corpses. But you can, do it again if you want to.
Yes. How many do I have? No, I can't. Oh, that's sad.
Wait, while we were looting what corpses?
In the Huntress's lair after she got sucked into the ceiling.
If I remember right, there wasn't any time in between because she got sucked into the ceiling. In initiative order, Mebly used his Charge of the Luck Blade, which caused the bow to drop in my hand, and then Obox-ob immediately appeared right after.
That's what I remember too.
I don't think there was any time in between. I don't think we looted anything.
No, you definitely did. Because you got, oh boy.
We got stuff out of it.
Yeah, you got all this stuff. Oh, it's way up in the chat. But yeah, the burial, scroll of burial, you got a potion of speed and supreme healing. Mebly got a potion of invisibility. Someone got a tome of understanding.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about those. Okay, yeah, never mind.
There's a little bit of time. But I think it's just a bonus action to redo your shifting, right?
Well, I only have it once until a long rest, so.
Okay.
End of turn.
Dang. All right.
Dumb question before I think about maybe doing this. If I throw a immovable rod, because you said throw hard things at him, and it was mage hand triggered, would that stab him?
I mean, his body like shifts all the time, so of all creatures to try to stop with an immovable rod, he would probably be one of the hardest.
Cool. Okay. I'll ignore
and
that.
Yeah, go ahead. Scaldress and Witchblade Kildrak. Because we're getting to Kildrak's turn. Roll your wisdom saving throws against Madness for beholding his form.
60 feet.
Yeah, so Reditu will be under the effect of a confusion spell.
That was 31.
Exciting.
Very nice. And let me send you a little thing in Discord, Luke. Go ahead and roll a D100 before I do that.
Oh, okay. Not alarming at all.
Oh, damn.
That might have been 2. Yes, it was.
A 2?
All right.
Or
The number is
50. I mean, you rolled twice. I'll let you choose if you would. Okay, so Witchblade unfortunately fails. The others succeed. If you wish to take the 99, you may.
I'll do the 99.
All right. And Garrett, it looks like I'm gonna need you to roll a D100 as well.
Yay, buddies!
I'm copying the. Oh, not what I want to do. Scroll of burial because I did not have that in my sheet for some reason.
Wait, what the heck?
This one, okay. $41.
Okay. So go ahead, Garrett and Luke, roll a D4, and that +1 will be how many rounds you are under the effect of confusion. Oof. Oh, no.
Gosh.
Okay. So you'll be under the effect of confusion for 5 rounds. If at the end of your turn you are more than 60 feet away from him, you can attempt the saving throw again. Okay. Well, that's a lot of exciting stuff. And we will go to Kildrak's turn. Oh yeah, and we should make a note in the notes of who is immune to his madness.
Oh, fair point. Yeah.
Kildrak and Scaldrus. But yeah, it is Kildrak's turn.
Did you see my question about the madness, Isaac? Okay.
Is Josh is muted.
Josh isn't paying attention. Well, not paying attention to the fact that I'm muted, so I'm rambling.
Oh no.
How are we treating the effects of this confusion? Is it a spell?
I would treat it like a curse.
That's actually better. Still allowed to know that.
Roll. You could roll religion or arcana.
Well, only one of those is anywhere near decent.
I'm guessing it's religion.
Wow. Yeah, you can intuit that his madness could be treated the way you would treat a curse.
All right. Neato. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is Reditu and Witchblade. I might not be able to help Witchblade, but Reditu. Well,
Which blade has more confusion?
What?
Which blade has confusion for longer?
No, they both have
the
it for
same.
5 rounds.
Oh, JK, I'm wrong. I lied.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my action to activate Elder Champion, and Kildrak assumes his majestic stony form.
Ooh.
Oh man.
And then as my bonus action, I am going to cast Remove Curse on Reddit.
Okay,
Is
so
that the first time you've done Elder Champion?
Second.
That's fucking cool.
go ahead and roll insight. Oh, that's a really good question, Luke, but I don't think so because of the effects of confusion.
Oh, okay.
I probably am thinking the same thing you did, and I had the same question.
Yep, very likely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay.
A good thing
Insight.
we read confusion.
You don't know if Reddit 2 is just terrified or whatnot. Like you got rid of the confusion effect, but I mean he doesn't look 100%.
Yay.
Not a lot I can do about that.
Yeah. Anything else on Kildrak's turn? You are like, I mean, within 10 feet of some vermin popping up out of the ground, and also inside of whatever bubble Andrew's dragging.
The ominous bubble.
Is Mebley on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of over there. I'll just drag him to the corner for now.
Well, yes, I said yes.
Yes,
There he
thank
is.
you. It makes it possible.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I just realized I was planning on using the vulnerability for one of his sneak attacks, and we don't have him.
Oh, well, I mean, Disintegrate was pretty dang good.
True.
Jeez. That was
It's
crazy.
work. That is the end of my turn.
All right, so back to current. You said you figured out what you're shape changing into?
Yeah, the same thing I initially planned on.
What?
I'm gonna be solar.
Solar? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't decide.
I
I
can't
can't
figure
figure out what a better option is. So, um, that's gonna be my turn because that takes a full action.
Yeah, that's fair. Drag you back to the corner with Mebley and the rats. Okay. So you turn into a solar. At the end of your turn, Obox-ob reels back, his face in the middle, retching horribly before it spits out a great green glob onto the ground by the spiritual weapon there. That blob rises up and manifests as a Sibriex. A demon. You've seen one of these before. Yeah, he's a cute little guy. And it is Renatu's turn.
What is this thing?
It is a mess.
The last time we fought one was in an iron fortress early on in our adventures in the Abyss, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think it was in the very first layer of the Abyss. These guys are technically Oberiths, like the same species as Obox-ob and Baphomet, but they find the description.
Look at this guy's stats and my shape change.
They are bloated 15-foot tall demons that are a little more than 15,000-pound deformed heads.
15,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds like a reasonable amount.
In place of a neck, the underbelly of a Sibriex. hosts a writhing mass of stalks, puckers, and feeding tubes.
Disgusting.
Disgusted.
You know, I was eating, but I'm good now.
Yeah,
Reaction.
Fuck.
that's lovely.
Yeah, so it is your turn, Luke, and I should probably put this guy in the initiative.
I'm going to target that disgusting, cowardly Sibriex with my good old spiritual weapon, because that's what
He is
does.
a cowardly one.
As he should. Cowardly and afraid. Ah!
27 is definitely enough to hit a Sibriex. Do 16 damage.
And I think I will step away from Killjack. Over here or so.
Okay.
And then...
You're still decently close to this eruption point here.
Yeah.
If you want to move, like, right next to this... Oh, yeah, that's the light radius. Yeah, that way you're, like, 15 feet from each one is probably a pretty safe spot to be.
Let's see, and then... Here, I'll mock the Sibriex too. Because he's fat and has a ton of heads, and that's just weird.
Oh, jeez. Just say it how it is, then.
I literally am. That's what I see.
I don't know why he's at disadvantage either, but
He's
yeah,
in my
he feels.
presence.
So 13 psychic damage. And disadvantage on his next attack. I'll put the charmed condition on here, so hopefully I remember that. Cool. Is that your turn?
Sure is.
Alright. Nina, just to double check, he's blinded until the end of his next turn?
Let me just post the potion in which I need
End
to
of
do.
Nina's next turn.
Oh,
End of
really?
her next turn? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, okay. So, oh man, he is...
I need to buy another.
You just get a... He's freaking blind, too. Oh, jeez.
He's got so many heads, but can't see none.
He needs a heads up.
He's got too many heads up.
Where is this? There it is.
That's 7
Oh, not that. This. Andrew, go ahead and roll stealth for me.
Ooh, this makes sense. Target the dude who...
Or just take your natural, your passive stealth. But I'm assuming you're gonna want to roll. Obox-ob, he turns around and he says, "Where is the caster of that disintegration?" He says, "Ah,
away from...
there you are." And he will fly over his Sibriex.
No.
What? That's rude.
With his little gross wings that protrude from his carapace. And he will make a tail stinger attack at Skuldrus.
Oh, goody.
I think this will roll with disadvantage. Yep. 22 to hit.
I wish there was a way to add more AC.
There are a few.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that is 42 piercing and then 26 necrotic and 31 psychic. Unless you make the charisma saving throw.
Oh, is this... Okay, I need to figure out if I have advantage on this. Because of a feat
Isaac, are we adhering to the language in this stat block, or did you mean for it to... What in the world?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the tail stinger does curse you.
Okay. So what is the charisma save for? Is it to avoid the curse, or?
Yeah, sorry, it is kind of worded badly.
Horrifying stinger, dude.
Sorry, give me a second. Elemental gift.
Are you trying to find ways to raise your AC?
Okay, there you go.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember if I have advantage on charisma, and if it's in this instance, if it's advantage or not.
Yeah, some of the transferring stats over to the way Foundry formats it is a little janky. And especially the way it handles saving throws, I just totally don't like. But yeah, the saving throw does save against the psychic and necrotic, and then you are cursed. So technically, Nina she is cursed.
Even though she did go down.
Although you did, yeah. Does the potion say you die?
Yeah, I died.
Yeah, if you die. Okay, yeah. So we'll say dying and coming back got rid of the curse.
Nice.
So did you figure out your saving throw thing, Andrew?
I think I got rid of that. It's wisdom checks.
Dang. You do have. Oh wait. Oh, Killdrake is a little ways away from you. Dang, 24.
That's pretty close.
It's quite close.
Nope.
Huh?
What? Yeah.
Aura range is 30, so he gets
30.
Okay, is that the +6 in there?
Oh, it already has the +6 in it.
It does. Okay.
You're a warlock. You don't get proficiency in saving throws.
Oh yeah. Okay, the +6 is your proficiency, isn't it?
It better be.
It is?
It better be.
He is proficient in charisma.
Okay.
Plus
Yeah.
21. Wait. Yeah, so that... Okay, I'm confused what even happened there.
Wait,
but
yeah, oh, wait, what?
Yeah, something's not adding right. But you will succeed. And so you just take 48 piercing damage. And then he will claw you.
Oh, good.
With a 28 to hit.
Only 18 damage.
So wait, the other one,
The grains of a dying man.
Wait, let's go back to what damage do I take from the tail stinger?
48 piercing.
What's 48 minus 21? Okay, down to 27. And then minus 27. Okay. In reaction to that, I'll do Hellish Rebuke.
Cool.
So
Dex save.
Yes!
So it would be... Okay, the disadvantage thing is... Yeah. It should be a 25.
Good
yeah.
Boo.
Because he does have like magic resistance, being a demon lord. So he will still take
Half.
27 halved.
28, because the 1 becomes a 2.
So 14.
Okay, so 14
That's
when it's
easy.
halved. Cool. All right, and then he will claw you with a 28 to hit. That damage is 18, 16 slashing, and 2 poison, and then strength saving throw against being pushed 30 feet.
Oh boy.
Sorry, so the damage is how much again?
18.
18. And then you will fall 30 feet after you are pushed.
I don't know if I'm still flying.
You don't have your wild shape anymore, or
That is
shifting.
part of the elemental gift.
Oh, elemental gift gives you flying speed as well?
And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. Yep. All right. So you will I'll give you a just were you already 10 feet in the air?
I believe so.
Okay. So we'll say you're 40 feet in the air over there now. And he will then turn to Redatu.
Hi.
And he raises a claw, but then just pulls the claw back and decides to sneer at you. As we move to initiative count 20, his erupting swarms will burst out of the ground. These scorpions shoot out, so Kildrak and Current, who are within 10 feet of a swarm eruption point. Okay, let me just put this in here. It is a DC 22 dexterity save against piercing damage. 11. Okay, 11 piercing. That is not very.
You're rolling underneath my name.
I'm so glad that I get the
Oh, yeah.
opportunity on this fine day to roll a dexterity saving throw. Wow, would you look at that?
Oh, dang. I don't have.
Ecstatic solar.
That's so scorpion stats.
I'm adding it here.
But there are now actual swarms of centipedes in all those spots.
What happens when I save?
You will take half damage. Yep.
4, 5.
In addition to that, Luke, you are inside of his fun little radius there, so I would like you to roll a d6.
Indeed. A 1.
The vermin swarming around him change, and the ground begins to churn with writhing, bloated larvae. Every step squelches, sickening resistance. Now the ground within 30 feet of him is difficult terrain, and if you move more than 10 feet within it, okay, it's just like double difficult terrain. I'm getting rid of that. It's extra. Yeah, difficult terrain. These maggots. And finally, I wanted to do a certain thing, but his token doesn't show which direction he's facing, so I just won't do that one today. He now just calls out in the same ancient tongue, and all these swarms of centipedes centipedes stir violently. But that is all that happens as we go to Current's turn.
Okay. Um, allow me to fly over to the Cibrix and do my Sword of Rune, which is a multi-pack that I get to do twice.
All right.
Ooh,
That was a lot of fucking ones.
that was not a good damage roll.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay, so you will fail on both of those rolls.
Let's go.
That's 27
The second one's 40.
and 40.
That is my turn. Well done.
All right. At the end of your turn,
Do I need to
he
make a
will
madness saving throw?
a death saving throw.
Madness.
Yes. You have not made a madness saving throw yet, and I don't think you're. Yeah, go ahead and make that saving throw. I can repost it in the chat. He's also no longer blinded.
Are solars not immune to madness?
You know, that's a question.
Not-
Well, madness isn't a
Yeah, it's
stat.
not a condition. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I mean, Zariel rules the first layer of hell, so clearly they're susceptible to some sort of that stuff.
Alright. So I roll wisdom.
Yep.
So
Which you have advantage on.
either a +7 or a +5 will do the solar. Saving throw. I have advantage.
Nice. So you are immune to the madness.
I did it. Now my turn's over.
All right. Obox-ob says,
Nina, you retain your wisdom score if you shape change.
"Oh, for real?
Your mental stats stay the same, as well as your skills and saving throw proficiencies, in addition to gaining proficiencies of the other creature.
I thought you got to choose.
If you're both proficient in the same thing, you can choose to take the higher proficiency.
That's very
I
goofy wording."
think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me re-roll that.
I could be reading that wrong, so definitely help.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, what you said seems correct.
Two nat 20s.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
That is insane.
Dang.
Okay. The game has decided that you win today. Congratulations.
um, so Obox-ob looks around. As he turns, his many legs tap against the floor just incessantly. Tap, 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 tap is the sound of each leg. Just they all meld together into one ringing drone into the back of your head. But as he looks around, he just issues a guttural scream that echoes through the chamber. a horrid scream, and with that, he reaches beneath the plate of his carapace, pulling out an amulet.
No.
Encased in a gold circle is a piece of a very dark crimson gem.
Stop it.
And that gem piece glows brightly before Obox-ob disappears in a crimson whirlwind. He is teleported away. Yeah, you pissed him off. He gone.
I'm not a fan.
And it is Witchblade's turn.
I sent you a question on Discord.
Sure.
Is it related to your madness?
No.
Bummer.
That's maddening.
Okay. Seeing him disappear, I am going to fuck, dude. It's the same thing as the Pale Huntress. I don't know where to go. I'm just gonna stay where I am. I don't fucking know what to do. I'm just gonna wait for him to reappear.
Okay. Just hold like a sword attacker or like a movement to go run to him or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know there's the big thing there, but I'm not as concerned as like Obox-ob just appearing behind me.
Sure. Scaldress's turn is next.
Screw you, Isaac. I was about to do something else. Does he seem like he did the same thing as going to the ethereal, or was it a different type of training?
You could roll insight or arcana for different different knowledge about it.
Ugh.
Oh damn. I mean, he disappeared in like a swirling whirlwind of crimson energy as he pulled out his little shard piece. So it did not look like he blinked into the ethereal plane.
Would the shard piece look like a shard that I have before?
Yeah, the little crimson gem looks very similar to the gem that floats around your head.
Can I ask my shard? Where did he just go? Why did he have a shard that looks like you?
Those are valid questions. Your shard piece will respond. He returned to the temple where he keeps the shard. His shard piece must work like some homing beacon, and I can only assume that inside the temple, so close to the shard of evil itself, his amulet will grant him additional abilities.
Of course.
He must have scraped off a tiny chunk for himself and had someone forge it into that amulet, just like the stories of what what Asmodeus did with the shard when he claimed his own shard piece to form his ruby rod.
So how do we get to him?
I can help with that.
Are you technically still confused? I
Wouldn't you
forgot
like
about
to know, Weather Boy?
that. Because I think on your turn you would have done confusion things actually.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Or oh, you did roll a d10, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, what were you doing, Andrew?
I'm asking it how to get there.
Oh, well, don't you have a map to get how to get to the temple?
Oh, yes. Right. Right, I forgot we're on this journey. The map. The map.
Yeah, who does Scaldress have the map or
Probably.
Who's Dora the Explorer?
Not me.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Scaldress does have the map. Oh, would you like Yeah, sorry Garrett, I see you went there. I have not updated the thing here. Um
Oh, it's fine.
Ah.
Oh geez, he's
Ah.
huge.
That's even more disturbing seeing it in this image.
Okay, yeah, if you look at the map, Obox-ob it does show up that Obox-ob is in the Temple of the Shard. And Cookie's here. Cool.
Cool.
So, do you want to blast the centipedes or do anything with the Cybriacs or?
We should probably
They're all
head out
still there, huh?
immediately so that we don't spend more time in here instead of trying to find Obox-ob before he tries to continue to heal himself.
I can get us there.
Cool.
Yeah, especially rude of Obox-ob to vacate the battlefield after I've used my once per day thing that lasts for a minute.
Don't you worry.
That is pretty rude. Okay, so
Come back down here real quick.
yeah, do you want to move or anything, Andrew, or if not, we'll go to Kildrek's turn.
I hate that we're still in initiative order.
Well, there is a Cybriax.
That is true.
Yeah, but we can just run faster than he can, right?
That is a bold assumption.
I will.
The thing weighs 15,000 pounds. If that moves as fast as me, I'm shitting myself.
I'll do.
It shouldn't be able to move at all. Fireball.
Oh,
Bye, Killjack.
No, he's right out of the circle.
Oh, okay. Fireball on these dudes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, see, why does he have disadvantage? Is that just like that is weird? Maybe the charmed just gives him disadvantage.
Is it too dark for them?
He should be. Oh, okay. He would have gotten a 19. Does a 19 exactly save, or is that not correct?
It's a match, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, oh wait, I'm looking at the. Never mind, never mind. I was looking at the swarm of centipedes. Yeah, he fails. They all fail. The swarms of centipedes are dead, and the Cybriacs will take 33 fire damage.
Is the swarm of putrid flies still around, or did that leave when Obox-ob did?
Yeah. So that it was a bunch of maggots, and then when Obox-ob teleported. The maggots all scatter and disappear.
Sweet.
Yes. Cool. So Scaldress is moving, and then Kildrak's turn.
Yep, end of turn.
Which way is the exit to this place?
Yeah, I think you guys want to go kind of the direction Scaldress is going. This way.
Perfect.
I can't get a stall there if you guys go too far away from me.
Cool.
I have to be very close to all of you to do the thing I want to do.
Well, Skuldrus and I are already 70 feet apart, so I'm gonna start hiking.
Okay.
I'm also in midair.
It's flying. All right.
Nope, I'm
Are
gonna
you dashing or?
toss my hammer.
Oh no. Going to pop his very large pimples.
Ugh.
That will hit. And that will do the extra 14. And was it 14? Oh, that was 11. Okay. That one will hit.
Roll twice and hit twice. Imagine me actually rolling.
And the extra 11. Okay. He is wounded. I believe he was wounded after your first hammer throw.
Perfect. Alright, I have moved and I have actioned, so I am conserving my spell slots, and I am done.
All
I
right.
gain 10 HP. Woo.
The Sibriex will. Oh, well, isn't that a fun spell? We'll see how far he can lash his chains out. He will lash his chains out at the solar one time. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I gotta get. Okay, that one is supposed to be at disadvantage. And now I will take the charmed off of him, and hopefully he no longer. Oh, he's paralyzed. What the hell? Let's just turn off all of these things. Okay.
What the fuck?
He had a lot of like passive things on him. He will then move 10 feet and lash his chains out at Kildrak. Yeah, it's still disadvantage for some reason. So 17 is a rough go. Second attack will target third. 24 to hit Redditu.
Fine, I'll take it.
So yeah, 19 damage, and then finally he will squirt some bile
Okay.
Gross.
at the person way up there on the map, Scaldrus.
Why?
DC 20 dex save.
Of course.
So that one is 31 acid damage. And then it will be Reditu's turn.
Excellent. I will smack the fat man with my loot. If it moves. Very good.
Dang.
Bad loot.
Very close.
Well,
Here die.
I will also mock him personally, because he is still the fat man.
Oh no. He will wail, and some yellow mucus-like fluid will pour out of some of his eyes.
Oh, disgusting. And I will traipse on upwards a little bit.
Wait, if
Alrighty.
you upcast your spiritual weapon, you could use a hero die, just make it hit if you wanted.
I'm not sure if that's worth it.
Okay.
I'll pass on it.
Cool. So Obox-ob commanded the swarms. So on initiative count 20, they will use their reaction to move their speed and make a melee attack. I also never gave them a turn in initiative. But yeah, they're gonna. Oh, you're floating.
Mm-hmm.
Nina, are you in the air or on the ground?
Um, I would be in the air about 20 feet.
Okay. So these guys are going to move a little bit. It's a random swarm of rats up there.
Yeah, I was like, why is there random?
Well, that was kind of lame, but they can't do much. So yeah, it's Current's turn.
I'm gonna move here, like to be in range for the sister bricks. I'm gonna use my sword of runes blast.
Okay, so you want to get those two in a line in front of you or above you?
Yep.
Finally, it asked me if I want to roll
Oh.
normal or disadvantage, but they're gonna fail, and that's a lot of damage on these little dudes.
I want to go for the shipwrecks.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, that makes sense.
That's me doing the line. Sorry, I was seeing if there's.
It will fail, and that is enough radiant damage to turn it into just an oozing pile on the ground covered in chains.
Alright. That'll be my turn.
Witchblade is next.
Okay. I am going to move my 30 feet. I miss my speed.
Your speed?
And I'm gonna say, are we trying to get to Obox-ob fast, or what are we doing?
Yes.
Okay, then I need y'all to
come. I'm gonna come back.
Okay, good. Okay, if that's the case, then I will hold a scroll in my hand. I don't think I'll be able to use it. And I'll say, get real close to me. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, Scaldress is next.
Wow. End of turn.
Kildrak.
Sorry.
You're not gonna get closer to Witchblade?
He was fucking far away.
Who are we bunching up on? Are we just all
Which
going?
blade?
Okay. Perfect. Dashing is all. 10
All right.
more hit points to me.
The swarm of centipedes will attempt to bite Kildrak.
Rude.
They tried.
No.
Back to Reditu's turn.
I will also just be moving all the way down this way. Yep.
Sounds good. On initiative count 20, nothing in particular happens here. Oh, mending is a touch spell, right?
It is.
So you won't be able to mend Reditu this or Indura this turn, probably. Current is next.
I'm first gonna move right here. And I'm going to use my healing touch on Retatu. Please roll to do 30 healing.
Okay.
And you're freed from any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness if you're under any of those effects.
That healing touch. Let me read what Greater Restoration does really quick. Because Greater Restoration is the effect I'm thinking of. Well, okay, it's a little different. What are your stats here? Go ahead and roll a DC. Well, let's see. Use your normal stats, which are still pretty good. A DC 15 Wisdom check.
Okay. No.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. So yeah, you heal his hit points. I guess you can now roll insight.
Yes.
I don't have inspiration. Okay. Insight. That's far better.
Okay. So you see almost like a crazed darkness that is uncharacteristic of Reditu, like in his eyes, and you feel like his exposure to Obox-ob has left him with a tinge of madness that you were unable to cure with just your healing touch.
I'm gonna be like, we're gonna do a thorough checkup on you later, buddy.
Fair enough. Anything else on your turn?
How much life do I have? Let me check. I have to go through some pages. Okay, I can fly 150 feet. And I go over here and drag Endura over.
Ooh, that'd be perfect.
Sure, yeah, you can drag Endura's body over, and then your healing touch could heal him, or you could use a mending on him if you don't want to use up your healing touch use. But cool.
I don't have mending, but
yeah, I think Reddit does.
Healing touch.
Yeah, I do.
I would make sure to put him like right next to Reddit for that purpose.
Oop.
Um.
Cool.
And then I would still have enough movement to also drag Scaldress over.
Okay.
Wee.
You want to get everyone like just like pretty close?
Yeah, I want to get them as close to Witchblade as possible.
All right.
That makes this easier.
I didn't know I was a drag on you.
So that's your turn then.
Uh-huh.
All right, it is now Witchblade's turn. Oh damn, you're getting some good rolls on that.
I am going to. Is it okay if I retconned on the first turn? Can I have cast guidance on myself so that I have it ready for this turn?
Yeah, because you didn't use an action or anything, so that's fine.
So I'm going to take out this scroll and make sure. I think I got a shift kind of like here, so everyone's within 10 feet of me.
Sure.
And I'm going to take out a scroll. I'm going to say, "You guys ready?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to cast a level 7 spell scroll. So let me see if that works. I don't have a level 7 spell slot, so anything of that high caliber. Oops, that was private. Can I reroll that publicly, Isaac?
What are your intelligence or?
Oh, there you go.
I see everything.
What happens if I fail it? Does it destroy it, or do I just have to try again?
Yeah, if you fail the scroll, I think
I believe
it gets used up still.
What happens if I try to do it instead of you?
The spell is on. Yep, the spell disappears from the scroll with no other effect.
Okay, I'm waiting. What are we supposed to do?
Oh, it's brutal.
You have inspiration?
I don't. I forgot to ask for bardic inspiration before this. I thought it real hard and didn't say it out loud.
Oh, that'd be a good. Yeah, that didn't even occur to me.
I think it just.
I mean, you have your cutting words. If you want to use a reaction to assist him on it, you can, Luke. That's up to you.
No, I'd probably
really appreciate it.
Sounds good. All right, so waste your level 7 scroll. That's brutal.
I'm curious, would I be able to assist because I have so many other scrolls that I understand how to scroll?
Yeah, you actually could.
Would other spellcasters be able to assist him in this?
Assist him. Which blade would you want Scalders to assist you?
Silence.
I guess this might have other questions though, but sure.
Okay. So Scalders, he's trying to. I mean, you're trying to cast Plane Shift, right?
I'm trying to teleport.
Oh, cast Teleport. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wrong level 7 spell.
I have a level 7 scroll from the Witch's Book of Teleport that I'm trying to cast. And it's very difficult for me because my highest spell I have in my knowledge is level 3, but I have level 5 spell slots. So this is beyond my reach.
If he assists you, you can go ahead and try to roll again.
Okay. I will take his assistance.
Yeah, I was like, I just assumed it was Plane Shift, but teleport makes a lot more sense now.
No! Rolled from an 18
Holy crap, that's so much
2.
worse.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
It sounds like your teleport scroll goes away.
Damn it. I've been holding on to that for so fucking long.
Dang, really?
Yeah, the instant, like, bloop, that would have been nice. Okay, so that's your turn then.
Does anyone actually know the spell teleport?
No.
That's a valid question.
No, I wonder if I actually do know this. I know I was looking at it, I just can't remember if I actually got it or not. Oh no, you know what? I didn't get it because we were having all that weird teleport mishap stuff going on.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
So I decided not to get it because things were going
yeah.
whack.
Isaac, that save works for the one thing or the both things?
Yeah, you succeed against confusion. You are
Okay.
no longer confused.
Okay.
Is that a nat 20? Very nice.
Well, shit. I
Why
guess
did
we
he
just
have to
gotta
roll
run.
net 20 on that instead of the other thing?
Right? I'm fucking pissed about that. Fuck.
Be aware you have your roll mode into private instead of public.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he was rolling his saving throws as private.
I was.
They look like slightly blue on my screen.
Me
It's hard to
too.
tell though.
I know which ones are where.
Okay.
Cool.
What direction did
So,
Obox-ob go?
does someone have another like cheaty or a magical suggestion, or are you guys just running to the temple now?
I gotta look at my other scrolls.
I like how you said chi.
Chidi Onagonia?
Are there any plants around?
There are plants in some of the chambers in here, like really weird plants, but I don't think there would be plants in the Huntress's hunting grounds.
Boo.
It's just kind of a bare covered in bones.
Are we
Maybe
still
like
in an
fungus or
initiative order?
lichen. Uh, I mean, there's just two swarms of centipedes that are like basically useless, so we can just go out of initiative order.
Okay, I do have another scroll to try that I actually can auto cast.
What is it?
Can I be healed before we try to teleport into a space that I might get squished?
Will you let me cast the scroll, Isaac?
Wait, what is it? Is it like not on your list or something?
I'm asking timing wise. It's a level spell that I can immediately cast without a check.
Yeah, if everyone else wants to try to do your magical teleportation, I think you can.
I am going to cast a scroll targeting Skuldress. So he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, why?
What the hell?
Roll.
I
For
have a
strength?
negative.
Is
Alright, who's chopping Witchblade's hands off?
is it the scroll of burial?
It is the scroll of burial.
Oh,
I am burying
God.
Skuldress,
Oh,
and then
damn.
I am shooting back up 30 feet into the sky.
What are you doing?
Scroll do.
Hang on, I gotta refind it here.
I gotta scroll up to what burial does. Uh, oh,
Oh, what the fuck? It didn't save
here I
my
got the
description.
text
Son of a
from
bitch.
Discord. Oh,
There we go. So, you rolled a 13, which I'm pretty confident fails. So you start to get swallowed up in the ground, which starts suffocating you.
Who
You are
opened the bag
blinded,
of holding?
restrained, and
Er,
incapacitated.
so
Right?
one thing is Skuldress is actually flying, so I think you would have to target Killdrack or Retta too.
Oh boy.
Sucker.
If
Okay. I would target Reddit too then.
oh gosh. Sorry, Luke. But
Okay.
That's a good point. That's a good
What
point.
would happen if I opened my portable hole?
underground, probably nothing.
So
But
I
it's
think,
another
Luke, you gotta
portal.
make a strength saving throw. Does that go off of my DC or the DC of whatever the scroll is?
Isn't it like I think it's based off the scroll? Let me real save DC is 15.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got a 15.
You will succeed on that then. I'm 30 feet in the air.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Reditu's like legs start sinking into the ground immediately, and you are able to scramble out by Kildrak there before you are fully sucked into the ground. Doesn't seem like a great way to get the Obox-ob.
I do not think this works well with my madness effect. This is not helping.
How turn-based are we, Isaac? Because this will not stop.
Okay, so I guess Scaldrus would, in the previous initiative, Scaldrus would be the first to respond.
Okay.
Witchblade just tried to suck up Reditu into the ground.
Sure.
What do you? I'm supposed to be the chaotic one. Stop sucking people off.
It was wrong. Spell scroll. Sorry. Getting the teleport fried kind of messed with me, and I pulled the wrong one out. That's my bad. Very sorry.
Do you want me to put
I'm
you in the
not good
portable
at
hole?
scrolls. You can put Endur in the portable hole.
He's still dead.
Yeah, I know, but like he can't walk. You could fix him being dead, or Reditu.
True, I could.
But wait, how is the thing that you're sucking people into going to help us get us there?
If you want to talk about holes and sucking, that's for later when we're around the campfire.
I mean,
start a fire right now.
I am.
Would you want? I guess if like everybody wants to do like a group insight on Witchblade, you could.
Are you
Seems like
mad still?
A reasonable thing to do.
I told you, it's been a while since I whipped out the witch's spellbook, dude.
Oh, I'm not very insightful right now, am I? Oh, 22 is good though.
And then I guess, yeah.
You're a little preoccupied by trying not to get married.
So Scaldrus.
Isaac, hang on.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, let me.
Oh no, bro.
Oh yeah, that is
2 people.
That's crazy work.
I actually have to contested checks. Trying to do the same thing. Okay. Yeah, I'll say Kildrak can tell something is off, and Scaldrus, you being the one in conversation with him, you get the sense that Witchblade is not in a right mental state at the moment.
You feeling a little mad right now, bud?
So bad.
I'm just gonna.
It's time to tie him up and.
I'm gonna hand over like my satchel that has a bunch of spell scrolls in it. I'm gonna be like, you try casting all of these and see how well you do pulling it off. I'm not super trained in the arcane.
Oh, I'll do perfectly.
Here.
How many of those can you actually read?
Most of them. I don't know how many he can read.
Yeah, I'm talking to Scaldrus.
Let's see, that's a complex question.
Greater restoration on him.
Is that a touch spell?
Yeah.
You gotta fucking catch me first.
She's a solar.
I can fly 150 feet per turn.
I'm pretty sure she can get you.
Alright, so yeah, make an just like a strength check, Nina, against his AC.
Dexterity, maybe?
A strength check? Okay, as a solar, I sure will.
It's basically like an unarmed attack.
I am able to duck out of the way.
Dang. Unfortunately, you are not able to touch him.
Is it my spell stuff?
No. No, if you don't touch him, I'll say
I'm
that you
going
don't
to
use the
keep
spell.
trying until I do it.
I'll let you try one more time with your multi-attack. Oh, 25.
Isaac, I'm gonna shield that.
Oh god.
Dang. All
At
right, so yeah,
level 2.
you get like so close to touching him, and then magical barrier forces your hand away, and you're not able to.
Stop it.
Hero die.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's valid. Hero die. Okay, so does a 30
Ooh.
get past your shield?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so she forces her hand in there and uses greater restoration, and you will no longer be mad.
I'm gonna land very roughly and kind of like fall and sit down and take my mask off and rub my eyes for a second. And I'm gonna go, y'all better thank your lucky fucking stars and every god you pray to that teleport didn't work, because we were going to level 1 Pazunia if that went off.
Where?
What?
Can I stop
The
him?
first layer of the abyss at the top.
Oh gosh.
I fucking hate fiends who fuck with my fucking.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I gotta check.
Okay, wait. So what is our
an
actual plan to go find him?
If we walk to the temple right now, Isaac, will it take less than an hour to get there?
Maybe like yeah, just barely less than an hour. Okay, and you are yeah, you begin the healing of Indira.
Wait, what if
Cool.
everybody goes into my ring and does a short rest? Is the ring still a thing that does that? Or
I feel like bloodying
you guys
Obox-ob is worth chasing him down.
I concur.
You
You
would
guys
still
do
be
have
riding.
your totems that kind of
I'm
like
gonna use my long rest totem.
yeah, your totems kind of glow warmly. The ones that give you the capability of taking a long rest in a minute.
Oh.
I am doing that right now. I am long resting. I have
Wait,
my position.
when do those go in effect?
You concentrate on your totem for 1 minute and you get a long rest.
I am going to store a 5th level bless into Indira.
Nice.
I think. Is that the best thing I can do?
Oh, shoot. Okay. Actually, before I do that, there are some spells that I would have used to sway some of y'all's minds before. Because I can do some healing if you guys don't want to. Long rest. I know what spell slots I had left. It would be low level stuff. We could basically just do a whole bunch of healing words and healing spirits. I could do one mass cure wounds.
How do I
think
delete?
It's definitely worth it.
How do I delete a spell out of Indira's spell sheet?
It should just be like a trash can icon or something. Or if you get edit. Oh. You just trying to delete that aura of vitality?
Yeah.
Shoot. That is weird. Yeah, I don't know how to delete things out of his. Hmm.
That's okay. I'll just leave it there because I'll probably use it some other time.
Oh, where'd it go?
I made it invisible.
Oh. I'm actually gonna work on trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's strange. Okay, so Current's doing a bunch of spells. Does anyone else want to just straight up take a long rest before you guys go trudging along to the Temple of the Shard?
Wait, how long would it be to get there? You said an hour?
Yeah, like 45 minutes of trudging.
And
The map still shows Baphomet and Obox-ob inside the temple.
people don't want to go in the ring and do a short rest that way while we're walking?
Short rest is going to take a lot longer.
No.
Oh, wait, no,
only
it takes
one
45 minutes to get there.
No. It's because the ring.
That's right. That's right.
The ring has a effect as we walk there.
So we like have Endura walk with it, and then we all rest.
I don't need to long rest or short rest because I'm doing a long rest.
I need a long rest.
Hmm.
I've got a lot of resources I would get back on a long rest. Like, a lot.
Okay, what is with all these healing words?
I'm using all the spell slots that I didn't use, which were all my low level ones. Anybody who needs healing, claim any of these healing words.
Okay.
Why, though? Because we're about to either short or long rest.
Not everyone is.
The sanctioned vessel, basically, if you spend 10 minutes in it, you get a short rest.
Yeah, like everyone's either going to short or long rest.
Okay, well, I already did my long rest, so I get all the stuff back.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my totem to long rest.
So I won't
Alright.
have people go into the ring so that we save that possibility of using a short rest.
This does not count as a new day, though, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys. We'll anything that recharges over a day when you use your totem, just you have a 50% chance of it recharging.
Hmm.
You roll a d6 or whatever.
Gosh, that's a lot of things.
I can get by on a
Nice.
short rest, probably.
So then I need a roll for the Staff of Power and Staff of Fire.
Yeah, you can roll a just like a d6, and on a 4 or above, it will recharge.
Hmm. Oh. Really?
Okay, I took all of Current's healing.
Okay, I didn't do it all. Do you need more?
No, I'm good now.
Okay. Kildrak, do you need healing? Because I still had spell slots. Just a few more.
I'm going to short rest.
Okay.
So I can be the guy who carries the ring if we need someone to.
I thought we weren't using the ring short rest.
Yeah, so we can save it, because I can only go into it once per day with everyone.
Yeah.
So we do need healing.
Yeah, if you can heal me up and save me from using a totem, then
Okay. I have
So I didn't use.
More 4th level slot.
There was a 9 and a 12 that I didn't use from her healing words.
All right, so I'm just counting those as the hit dice I already rolled.
Oh, it makes sense.
We are to 197 out of 224. We are to 209 out of 224. That is exactly like 224.
Okay. Perfect.
See, Isaac, should I do the long rest item or should I do the Eldritch Master?
Yay for my low level slots doing something. I haven't had
Eldritch Master gets back all of your spell slots, and I think it just doesn't get you back your shifting. But yeah, Eldritch Master might make sense to do that now and save your totem for another time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, so you guys are all rested and trudging along.
What is that? 30?
I have 2 things to do before we head out.
Mm-hmm.
Kildrak, you and me have the highest AC, correct?
Probably.
Okay. I am going to use a few minutes to strap myself with some extra dragon scales and use the rope to tie them to myself. So let me favorite that. So I got to remember that it has a good and a bad thing. So it adds 3 to my AC. If I can get this to work. Update. Oh, it did not do the thing. It's having a stroke. Okay. That ups my AC. Why is it not doing the fucking thing? Hang on, sorry. It's not like sticking. Stay. Turn into 25, please. Thank you. There we go. I'm going to do that first, which also means that my dexterity saves and movement is worse. I am going to then cast Warding Bond when we get a little bit closer on you, Kildrak.
And what's the thing that Warding Bond does?
I will post that here. So he will get a +1 to AC and saving throws and resistance to all damage. Every time that he takes damage, I take the same amount, which will get halved again to Endura. You'll have to stay within 60 feet of me once we do it. But then we can do that. What will that make your AC?
24.
Okay. And then I'll also cast Shield of Faith on you when we're closer. And right before we go in, I will do Intellect Fortress on 3 of us, which gives advantage on all mental saves and resistance to psychic damage. Oh, it's concentration for up to an hour. So, Scaldrus, you'd be the only other one who could cast it. Oh no, so me, Scaldrus, and Reditude could cast that on ourselves if we want to concentrate on that. I can give you those scrolls if you want.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to like give an item from somebody's sheet to another person's?
Yep. Let me.
If you drag them both or pull them both up, you can drag from one to the other.
Let me do that then.
Which ones are you doing?
Oh, these aren't in my sheet actually. They're in the Roll20 sheet. So, Reditude and Skuldress, add a scroll of Intellect Fortress to your sheets. It was a level 3 concentration spell.
How do you spell intellect? How do you spell intellect?
It's posted in the thing.
Oh.
Is it in items or is it?
It's a scroll of it, so I'm just gonna drag the spell to myself. Create scroll, hell yeah!
Yep, it'll automatically when you scroll or put it in.
Hell yeah, I want to scroll. Okay, yeah, there we go. So when we go in, when we get a lot closer, I'll cast Intellect Fortress on myself, and I will also.
Oh, I just realized one more thing. That same effect is on Reddit too, and we have not fixed that.
Huh?
That madness effect.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I would have had one more level 5 spell slot before my long rest. Can I?
When you say that, I immediately go and like tackle Reditude, so he can't do the same dodgy shit that I tried to do. I'm just gonna, Mr. President, get down!
All right. So yeah, you want to cast Greater Restoration on him.
Yeah.
Who's also getting the intellect fortress?
And
Reditude.
I'm assuming, Luke, that I mean, getting tackled and whatnot, you're not gonna try to resist very much.
I'm also.
Well, I can't really resist getting tackled by him.
Yeah.
Can resist whatever magical touch it is, and yeah.
Okay, so you are able to
to
cure Reditude of his madness as well. That was yeah, slightly less chaotic than Witchblades, but still fairly insidious.
I'm putting Death Ward on Endura via a scroll.
I'm glad I remembered that.
It was gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, like the least he could have done was at a key moment use cutting words to make something bad happen to one of you guys.
I almost used it earlier when Chaldress was getting stung.
Oh no.
But then the fact that it would have probably made him into a giant scorpion made me be like, I don't
Yeah,
want to do that either.
That's pretty bad. All right.
What was I gonna say? So I added the thing to Reditude sheet.
Awesome.
And then I also figured out how you're supposed to delete stuff from Endura.
Yeah.
There's a little thing that's a lock on those sheets. If you click it, it locks. If you
I lost where that went.
The lock. Okay.
That makes more
Yes. That makes a ton of sense. And there's the trash can. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So everybody is now set to move towards the temple.
Yep. Can we take like a 5-minute break?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't planning on going the session for very much longer.
Oh.
Do we want to take a short break or just kind of push through?
I think we can push through if it's.
Yeah, probably like 9:15 or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Because honestly, it's mostly my fault for not using a legendary resistance against disintegrate.
Yeah.
But
I was wondering.
I think Obox-ob would have definitely lasted like like a whole round longer. But
Yeah,
oh well.
probably. That
That's
was a
what you
crazy
think.
shot.
Yeah, that was absolutely nuts. And yeah, probably for the best. Cool. So you guys head on your way. Scaldress is watching the map, right? And everyone else is just kind of following along.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Have we
Which
seen if
blade?
he has madness yet?
Huh?
What? Me? I have no madness. You're mad. We fully
Yeah,
identified that you're mad.
Are we concerned about this at all?
Seems pretty normal to me.
He should be pretty safe from Obox-ob's madness. He's got his own little shard of evil protecting him.
Yeah,
What could go wrong?
That's not. That's. Okay.
I feel pokey and sharpy.
What?
So you guys make it through the tunnels, and you're about halfway or 2/3 to the Temple of the Shard when Obox-ob disappears from the map.
Motherfucker.
Teleported again.
Ring ring progresso. Hey Shard.
Yeah,
Where'd you go
I
again?
believe Eket's told you guys that sometimes Obox-ob wouldn't show up because he burrows or what have you.
I think, yeah,
But
that's right.
yeah, not super helpful for sure.
Are we called the PPs?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
The
sir.
planar protectors.
Uh,
So we should name our D&D group.
the PPs.
No. I have a couple much better names in mind.
No, that's a pretty.
So funny.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you can get much better than PP, man.
That's what she said.
So yeah, unfortunately, Obox-ob disappears from the map, and not much changes other than Kooky moving around until you guys get to a bend in the tunnel, and there is a bright crimson light shining from the open cavern before you, within which you hear, I guess, go ahead and roll perception.
Real
Perception?
quick, as we round the corner, are we within 1,000 feet of the Temple of the Shard?
Yeah.
I would like to use another scroll.
We should stop him.
I open my character sheet.
Tackle him.
I almost prepared this spell, but I realized I have one scroll of it. I'm going to cast Locate Object on the amulet that we saw Obox-ob whip out.
Ah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
I was like debating having it prepared to see if we can try to rip it away from his person, but I decided to prepare different spells instead that I hope will help more.
1,000 feet. That is like quarter or no, a fifth of a mile, something like that. Yeah, I don't think you would know where the amulet is at all. You do not sense it in the vicinity.
Okay, I am concentrating on it for 10 minutes while we go into the temple. Just
Okay, yeah, definitely make a note of that. And yeah, we'll keep concentration on Witchblade.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, sorry. Now we can perceive.
Yeah, Rita 2 got a very high perception. Other people can perceive as well.
Amulet.
Perceive.
What's it again? Attributes. Perceptione.
We're all killing it.
57.
No one's
Jeez.
quite as good as I am, but still, not bad.
No one can be that cool.
I know, it's tough being at the top.
Well, I'll just go kind of up the ascending order of perception. So, current and oh yeah, you can go ahead and roll perception if you haven't already. But current notices a distant, like kind of clanging, like somebody is working on something mechanical. And Witchblade, you hear bovine grunts in association with the off and on clanging. And Redditu, you hear low curses and mumbles from across the room, around the corner. Ugh, just there's too many things. Too many things have gone wrong. There's never enough time. Everything is gone to shit. God blast it. And he left me. I'm just here grinding away. He's probably just soaking in his feed pit. Yeah, that is what you hear.
He's in the feed pit.
Alright, guys. There's an ugly cow up ahead who's in a really bad mood. He's grinding on the stone for some reason. And it sounds like his buddy, who I think we can assume is Obox-ob, is eating in his feed pit. Or at least theoretically, of course, because he's not on the map.
Hmm.
He also feels lonely, so maybe if we all polymorphed into other bovine creatures, he'd feel happy to have friends again.
I don't think we can polymorph into Baphomet.
I said bovine creatures, not like him. Just a regular cow.
Just because he's got the face of a cow doesn't mean he doesn't have the heart of a fiend.
That's fair. Should I conjure a celestial then?
I could pull a card and make an illusion distraction.
An illusion.
We could just sneak through.
Boy,
with the goal of what? Making our
you
way
know
to the
how many of
feed
us are bad at stealth.
Do you know how many scrolls of Pass Without a Trace I have? Because the answer is 1.
You
But I do have that.
underestimate my power.
Bro, I also have disadvantage on Dex saves.
So do you want to cast a Pass Without Trace or something?
Do you guys want to fuck with Baphomet, or do we want to try to go press the advantage and go after Obox-ob?
Obox-ob.
I'm for pressing Obox-ob, but we don't think we could. It's not possible to convince Baphomet to help us fight him, is it?
Doubtful.
No, because they're
He's
working
in a bad
together.
mood about him leaving and everything.
He's definitely working with Obox-ob. I think we've had that type of conversation before where they're working together.
Well, yeah, but have we talked to Baphomet?
Pretty sure he just ambushed you in Obox-ob's hives, and you guys like. I don't even know what happened, like how it ended. Oh yeah. No, you guys were scared and you teleported away.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with sneak first, but have a speech prepared in case we get caught.
Sneaky
Boy,
speech.
I always have a full speech going on in the back of my head.
All right. So
is no one hearing this? Y'all immediately went after me with madness, and this guy's attuned to the source of it, and we're not gonna cure him?
It's not full madness.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, one of you tried to put
Premeditated
Ratatouille in the
madness.
ground, and the other one didn't.
Yeah. All right.
Dang.
You know what? That's super fucking fair. I'm gonna hand the spell scroll to Current. I'm gonna say, if you would be so kind as to concentrate on this for me.
Just the scroll. Nothing else. Not even the spell.
Just look at it.
Just stare at it.
Hold it as best you can.
Sure can.
Okay.
All right. So, Witchblade is concentrating on locate object, and Current is concentrating on pass without trace. All right. So you guys step into the Temple of the Shard.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
If you wanna do something different, I have another locate creature.
You what? Say it again.
yeah,
I have locate creature.
Is that just like the same as locate object, but
Pretty much. I thought about the same thing, yeah.
I think if he's concentrating on locate object, it's also 1,000, so that probably will work just as well.
Okay, I'll just do pass without trace.
I could fucking scry on the guy too.
What information?
You want to scry on him or try to sneak around the temple?
Sneak first.
Okay. So you guys walk out into this open room.
Wait a minute. Wait. I just had a thought, which is scary in itself. But Baphomet is working with Obox-ob, right?
Uh-huh.
There's no fucking way that after we bloodied Obox-ob, he didn't run past Baphomet and say, hey, go set a trap. They're going to be chasing after me. Go tell them in the feed pit, and we're going to ambush the fuck out of them together. I am going to scry. On.
It's a wildly good thought from someone of your caliber.
Shut up.
That's crazy.
Okay, this one is also concentration. So, would a warlock or a bard like to cast this one?
Me.
The scrying, you said?
Cleric, yes.
I'd be down.
I will hand you a... this one's actually not a scroll. It is a page from the Witch's spellbook. Level 5 scrying. It is a scroll, but it's not.
Is the Witch's spellbook under, like, wizard, or is it under its own?
Witch's spellbook was a collection of mostly wizard spells, but some spells are given to wizards and accessible by others who know the intricacies of the weave, is kind of how that works. There are very, 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 very few spells that are only wizard spells. In my headcanon of how magic in the weave presents itself, wizards are able to identify individual threads and strands of the weave and use like draconic based formulas to cause an equation of magic to happen, and other classes understand the outcome differently, and so they approach it differently, but there's sometimes of overlapping areas of how they do things. If that makes sense.
Yep.
So Ridditu is scrying, targeting Obox-ob.
I don't know how to click on the use scry or whatever, but yes, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's just a spell scroll, so I don't think you need to track it. So your scrying succeeds immediately.
Ooh.
And you are granted a view of Obox-ob. He's in a very small chamber, and this chamber is full of maggots and larvas and grubs, and they are like gnawing, nibbling, and sucking on his body all over as he twitches some of his legs. You still like kind of see where the disintegrate blasted a whole chunk out of him, and these are like sucking off the dead parts as he's like regrowing. And this chamber he's in doesn't even seem to have an entrance. He's just in there. Like it could be a demi-plane, but once you get a good solid view of his horrific visage, the spell will end prematurely.
Okay, guys. So basically, he's in some kind of weird sex cave.
God.
And he has a strange fascination with maggots.
Oh, did it look like he was in a feeding chamber?
I honestly couldn't tell you. He wasn't. Well, he wasn't eating anything, but he was kind of being fed on.
Fed on. Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't really see any connections from his cave to anything. So wait, could I see if he burrowed to it? Like, was there like a little tunnel to it, or is it literally just smooth walls?
No, yeah, you didn't see any sort of entry point. It's just like a cocoon, kind of.
Okay, strange. So yeah, I'm not really positive. I can tell you what he's doing, but I'm not sure where he's doing it.
Well, that doesn't really seem like he's prepping for an ambush, so I guess that wasn't a total waste. He does still seem to be recovering, which means if we find him, we should have a little bit of advantage as long as they're not done sucking him off, right?
I would probably agree with that.
Right.
All right.
Do you think
you guys sneak around the outside of the Temple of the Shard, which I'll just kind of put you on this map.
Do we not need to
it's
make
not-
stealth check? Do we just like sneak past? Oh, never mind. I see him there.
Yeah, so he's kind of down in this little pit, and there's. I'm gonna like edit this thing over the next week. I thought I found a better map somewhere like 2 weeks ago, but I was not able to find it again. So, but this is pretty good. If I just like make the thing in the center crimson, and the little channels from them flow the sand and the bones and the blood and whatnot that was also flowing through the feeding chamber, right? Yeah, the feeding chamber above. Okay, yeah, that's a little confusing. There's a feeding chamber and a feed pit, but yeah, Baphomet is just working on some apparatuses down in the pit there, and then the deeper pit just goes down, and is a similar chasm to the other chasms you saw on the hunting ground. But we will come back to that next week.
Great.
how lovely?
Well, have a good week, everybody. And yeah, I don't think we'll have unforeseen things come up next week. So should be good to go. I'll have to ask Tom if he's available because I know he said the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I took notes differently this session, so I'm starting to handwrite in a journal, and then I'm gonna sit after the session and type out notes in the Google Doc. Just by the by.
Cool. Sounds good.
Isaac,
Yeah.
could I have a another or have a login for live stream?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and. Oh, here we go. User management. That might have just kicked everyone out.
Nope, we're still in. But I don't think it needs to be GM. I think it just
I
needs
just
to be
say
standard.
everyone. Did you guys all set passwords to your accounts?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's really weird.
You don't have to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it just auto populates. It says you guys have passwords, even though I know. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I was pretty sure that mine is the only one that has a password. Yeah, that makes sense because that was one thing I was gonna say. Looking at the stream, like, yeah, it would be nice to have one that's just like focused on the map. Because I know your stats and stuff were popping up over it every once in a while. Cool. Thank you for playing, everybody, and yeah, not much happened that session, but I think you guys learned a little bit about Obox-ob's abilities, and I think I will be better at playing him next time. His layer actions might be a little bit too complicated, so I'll see how to like tone it down while still having the cool, like oh, you know, he's gonna do something in this area of the battlefield on next initiative count 20, so make sure you avoid it. But we'll see. Have a good week.
We shall
Catch you later.
I'm just gonna stay on for a bit because I gotta type notes.
Toodles. Bye bye.
Bye bye.